Okay, well, let's make some gingered carrot balls. Now, these are a little treat. They taste like little miniature carrot cakes, a little bit moist and very, very tasty. And they are a live cultured food, which is amazing because they are made from gingered carrots, which is a product that you can find at Woodman's, Sendik's. Many of the natural food stores carry it in the refrigerated section because this is a live culture and it needs to be refrigerated. It will last forever in your fridge, even once opened, but you do need to keep it cold because there are billions of little lactobacilli inside. And all of this is made from is literally just carrots, grated ginger, and salt. And it's the salt that brings out the lactobacilla that is in carrots or almost any vegetable. Even when you wash them, there's going to be lurking there some healthy bacteria known as lactobacillus. And it is this fermentation project, which basically this process makes the an anaerobic environment, which means that there's no air in it, and it is also a bit salty. And in that saltiness, in that brine, no other harmful bacteria can live. And the nice thing is that as the lactobacillus starts to metabolize, it starts to eat the carbohydrates in the carrots and produce that tangy lactic acid, which is its own waste product, but is what gives the sauerkraut, it gives the gingered carrots, it gives the kimchi its tanginess. And something that is good for us. So this has ginger in it as well. And one of the things that's nice to do with it is make it into a little dessert like this. You can put it on your salads as is, or you can throw it into a smoothie. And that's another way to get your probiotics in the morning, especially if you throw in a little yogurt with it. So to make these little balls, which are very cool, delicious, and you don't have to tell anybody that they're made with something that's cultured in there, we're going to do a couple of things. First thing we're going to start with is some chia seeds. So I have some chia seeds here that you can get in the grocery store, high in omega-3s. These are a good source of anti-inflammatory fats, high in fiber as well, and a lot of fun to play with. They turn things into pudding. So basically, I put 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in this bowl with about 3 tablespoons of water and let it just sit here for about 15 minutes. And you can see it turns into this gloppy little gel, which is going to help hold these little balls together, give you another health benefit with the extra fiber and omega-3s, and form that glue. The other thing that forms the glue is our dates. And these are medjool dates. These are these big, fat, really nice, moist dates. They have seeds in them, and you need to remove them. This is extremely important. Don't forget this part. Because you take these little seeds out, and we're going to be using about 10 dates in this recipe. So you want to make sure that you count out 10 little pits. I have done this before where I missed 1 or 2, and it was a disaster. You basically end up throwing the whole batch away. So make sure you take out all the pits. I'm going to put my dates into my food processor because this is going to be all just done very quickly in a food processor. A child can do this with you. It's a lot of fun. We are going to put in our carrots, and I'm going to be using about a cup. So this is, I'm going to guess here. We're trying to keep the juices out of it, so I'm just using a fork so that I can kind of gently take this out. So it's about a cup. And you can see it's really a beautiful bright orange color. When you do have live fermented products, they don't get mushy. So the carrots are still a bit firm, just like the cabbage is a bit firm in a live sauerkraut. We're going to put in some oats. The oats are giving it some extra fiber. This is soluble fiber, really good for reducing your cholesterol levels. And these are the old-fashioned oats. They're less processed than the quick oats, so I prefer those. We are going to put in some coconut. If you hate coconut, you can omit this, but to me, this is what makes them taste like a carrot cake. And a little bit of maple syrup. I've got about a tablespoon of maple syrup that I'm adding. And just a little bit more. And walnuts. If you're not fond of walnuts, you can use a different kind of nut, but some kind of a nut is really good in there. And the nuts have the monounsaturated fats. They are really good source of also protein and other minerals. So we want to make sure that we're getting nuts. Nuts are a great snack as well. So this is going to be a super delicious and very nutritious snack food. We want some cinnamon in there. This is going to also give it that kind of carrot cake taste. I'm putting about a teaspoon of cinnamon into my, sprinkle that on top. It all looks kind of pretty. And I'm going to make sure a pinch of salt. Let's see, I put a little bit of salt here. I'm going to just throw a pinch and just, not too much, but just enough to kind of give it, to balance the sweetness. And I believe that that's about everything that this requires. And all we're going to do is whirl it around. So let's get this food processor starting. We don't want to whirl it to the point where it turns into a puree. We just want to get it to a nice kind of sticky mass. If this isn't sticky enough for you, you can always add a tablespoon or so of water. There, that looks really good. It's starting to form like a dough, and that's just what you want. Now, so you can see that that is our dough. It was really fast and easy to make. And what you would want to do now is chill it for a bit, and then once it's chilled, it's a little easier to work with. So I am going to use some that I have made in advance, and I'm going to put some more of my coconut into a small bowl and use that to roll these little balls. And basically, you're just going to make 1-inch balls and roll them in. And these then can be refrigerated. They can be frozen. You can use them as a great post-exercise snack or a little treat after dinner. Just the right serving size. You know, we believe in the 3-bite rule, which means that that's when the food tastes the best, those first 3 bites. After that, your pleasure level goes actually down. So if you can make desserts and little treats that are only about 3 bites, you've got just the perfect thing. So this shows you how cute they are, really nice for a party. These are healthy for children. I mean, they're delicious. I'm just sorry, I'm going to have to take one to try it. So delicious. I hope you'll make these at home.